Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to look at possibly the wealthiest man in history. So let's get into the video. When we think of the richest people in the world, we often talk about Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk. But what if I told you the wealthiest man in history was worth much more than their wealth combined? Mansa Musa was the ninth Mansa of the Mali Empire and ruled between 1312 and 1337. It is known from local manuscripts and accounts of travelers that Mansa Musa's wealth came principally from the Mali Empire, controlling and taxing the trade of salt in the northern regions, and especially from the gold panned and mined in the gold-rich regions to the south. Over a very long period of time, Mali had created a large gold reserve and is also suspected of being involved in the trade of many goods such as ivory, slaves, spices, silk, and ceramics. At the time of Musa's ascension to the throne, Mali in large part consisted of the former Ghana Empire, which Mali had conquered. The Mali Empire consisted of land that is now part of Guinea, Senegal, Mauritania, the Gambia, and the modern state of Mali. Much of what is known about Musa comes from Arabic sources written after his Hajj, especially the writings of Al-Umari and Ibn Khaldun. While in Cairo during his Hajj, Musa befriended officials such as Ibn Amir Hijab, who learnt about him and his country and passed on that information to historians such as Al-Umari. When Musa departed Mali for the Hajj, he left his son Muhammad to rule in his absence. He made his pilgrimage between 1324 to 1325, which spanned 2,700 miles. His procession reportedly included 60,000 men dressed in Persian silk, including 12,000 slaves who each carried 1.8 kilograms of gold, and heralds dressed in silk who bore gold staffs. Musa provided all the necessities for the procession, feeding the entire company of men and animals. Those animals included 80 camels, which each carried approximately 23 to 136 kilograms of gold dust. Musa gave the gold to the poor he met along his route. He not only gave the gold to the cities he passed on his way to Mecca, such as Cairo and Medina, but also traded gold for other souvenirs. It is also reported that he built a mosque every Friday. When we talk about his wealth, it is difficult to convert his net worth at the time to the modern times. However, historians have attempted to do this and the figures are staggering. According to historians and sources written after his religious procession to Mecca, Musa may have brought as much as 18 tons of gold on his Hajj, equal in value to over $957 million. This was just an estimation of the gold alone and did not consider the other artifacts that Musa was carrying, as well as the cost of the entire entourage of 60,000 men and 80 camels. It has also been recorded that Musa's gift-giving spree during his trip to Mecca caused a crash in the value of gold in Egypt, and it took over 12 years for the value of gold to stabilize after his grand trip. When Mansa Musa returned from Mecca, he was accompanied by a famous poet by the name Abu Es-Saheli, who is widely accredited with designing the famous Gingerber Mosque. The king reportedly paid the poet around 200 kilograms of gold, which in today's money would be equivalent to around $8.2 million. He built the city of Timbuktu, which became a center of education, and people traveled from all around the world to study at what would become the Sankore University. Contemporary accounts of Musa's wealth are so breathless that it is almost impossible to get a sense of how wealthy and powerful he was. Augustus Caesar is widely regarded as the second richest person in history, worth over about $4.6 trillion in today's value. He controlled the Roman Empire that accounted for over 30% of the world's economic output. And you can guess who comes in first place. If we really want to put a figure to Mansa Musa's wealth, his net worth could range anywhere between 400 billion to over $5 trillion in today's value. To put his wealth into perspective, Elon Musk, who is currently the world's richest man, is valued at around $253 billion. There is really no way of putting a number to Mansa Musa's wealth. Records are scarce, if non-existent, and contemporary sources describe the king's riches in terms that are impossible for that time. While we may never know his exact net worth, what we do know is that Mansa Musa is probably the richest man in history. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more facts about anything and everything. Thank you.